So, dear students, when it comes to world history, some core areas are there that has to be revised nicely because frequently UPC asks questions from those core areas. We have already done with this Industrial Revolution, French Revolution, American Revolution, Eastern Question, Turkish Renaissance, World War One, Economic Depression, League of Nations, etc. This is World War Two. So, in order to easily and effectively study these portions, world history or Indian history, we can use certain shortcuts like using mnemonics and all. So here I give you certain keywords by which you can easily capture, you can easily recollect some very important events of World War II. Yes, coming to these mnemonics, World War II, Blizz, that is Blitzkrieg, certain jargon, certain keywords are there which you shouldn't miss in the answer writing part. This is Germany's lightning rod strategy in Poland and France. Then there is Bonche or a Munich Pact, that is a pact which privileged or which made this Hitler encroach or aggress certain portions of this Europe or like these portions of this Czechoslovakia. See, Munich Pact, it was something which privileged or it enabled this Hitler to go ahead with the territorial expansion, where the Britain and France they remained neutral or they followed a policy of appeasement and said nothing and intervened never, which facilitated Hitler's further territorial expansion. Then there is Axis hub. It's nothing but it is the hub of Axis powers. Germany, Italy, Japan, they are Axis powers. On the other side, you see there is Allied powers. This is Axis powers, Germany, Italy, Japan. Okay. So these Nazist, fascist, and militarist regimes, they formed a team against these, European powers like Britain, France, and US, etc. So they formed the central hub of aggression. Then this Pearly or Pearly, which is Pearl Harbor, that is, yes, Japan attacked the Pearl Harbor, this US harbor, Pearl Harbor. That is the reason, that was in 1941, that is the reason this US dragged into this World War II. Then see, there is Barbecue or Barbaro, which is Operation Barbarossa, a very important episode in this World War II, where this Adolf Hitler's forces faced defeat in the Soviet Union because of the harsh winter, because of this failure of logistics, because of this fierce resistance by these Soviet forces. Yes, Operation Barbarossa. It was a failed invasion for this Hitler. Okay, this is Soviet Union invasion, that is to end the communism, that is to access resources and to more territorial expansion, but it was a failed invasion for Germany. Then Hittonic is Hitler plus fascist tonic, this Mussolini and this Adolf Hitler, fascism, Nazism, and Japanese militarism, that become the major reason for this World War II. Then say Doomsday is D-Day, a very important event of this, or a very important turning point in this, World War II. It was an attempt by these elite powers to liberate Western Europe from these Nazist forces. Okay, so Allied landings in this Normandy landing. That is, that is to liberate. That is part of protect and liberate Western Europe from these Nazist forces. This is a major victory. This is a major point. Yes, the Canadian, British, and these American forces, aggressively they encroached or they landed. That is to defeat these Nazist forces. Then Holocaust is genocide of 6 million Jews under Nazi regime. Then say atom bomb is atomic bomb. Yes, the final episode was like we know Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Yes, this US dropped atom bombs in Hiroshima, Nagasaki that eventually made Japan to surrender and end to World War II. Then there is Unborn or UN Born, which is United Nations founded. It is to prevent any future wars and facilitate, accelerate decolonization. Then see the causes of World War II. Go for the important causes here. See, there is Treaty of Versailles. Most of these territorial provisions, economic provisions, military provisions, war provisions, most of the provisions under this treaty, they imposed harsh terms on this Germany. Seems like Germany is the sole reason for World War One. So the treaty and its provisions were mostly humiliating in nature. All these responsibilities imposed upon Germany. So those harsh terms of Treaty of Versailles is largely responsible for, yes, this response or reaction from the side of Germany, or rebirth of this Germany. So Treaty of Versailles, that is a humiliating treaty on Germany. Rise of dictatorships. You see, democracy fallen, it is failed, and see, people were looking for dictators who will protect their nation, protect their country or nation's pride. For example, Germany, there is Nazism, and given birth to Adolf Hitler, the Nazist force dictator. Then Mussolini, Italy. Then similar way, Asian colonial power, Japan, their military leader become the head. So this is the way, you see, dictators rose, and they become, I mean, people started believing these dictators are the sole solutions for reviving their country's pride. Then see, failure of League of Nations. It's failure. League of Nations, as I said, it was just League of Nations. It has no control over its own member nations. When its own member nations violating these terms, it was mostly silent. It was unable to impose the economic military sanctions because its member nations are not willing. Okay. So see, invasions of Manchuria, Ethiopia, most cases, League of Nations couldn't have proper interventions. Policy of appeasement, Britain and France, that is to avoid Hitler's wrath, anger. See, most cases when Hitler went ahead with this expansion, Britain, France maintained silence or neutrality with this Munich Pact. Expansionism. German followed a policy called Lebensraum. This Lebensraum is living space. Okay, that is again making this Germans try. Yes, Hitler promised we will be going for territorial expansions. We will bring back all these Germans. We will facilitate, a heaven land for these Germans. So he focused on territorial expansions. Neighbor portions are invaded, and creating living space for Germans. Then Japan invaded China, Italy took Ethiopia. So territorial expansions, that is another reason for World War II. Immediate trigger was Germany's invasion of Poland, where Britain believed it is more a responsibility, ethical responsibility of Britain to protect democracy. So when this Poland was attacked by Germany, Britain declared a war against Germany. That was the immediate reason. Major events, just look into this. 1939, Germany invaded Poland. Britain, France entered the war. 40, fall of France, Battle of Britain begins. 41, Hitler attacked USSR, Operation Barbarossa. It was a failure. Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. US entered the war. 42, turning points, battles, Stalingrad and Midway. Yes, 44, this is a war which was fought on sea, or in the sea, or in the air, and on the land. So see, this is something a very catastrophic, battle. 1944, D-Day invasion, Normandy by Allied forces to liberate Western Europe. 45, Hitler commits suicide, Germany surrendered, US drops atomic bombs, Japan surrenders. Then major outcomes, please look into this. Yes, I'm just giving you the structure, the core contents only, not the, elaborated version. The core content that will define your answer. See, defeat of Axis powers, Germany, Italy, Japan, lost the war. Formation of United Nations for future security, global security and peace, and prevent the future wars. Beginning of Cold War. See, two powers emerged, USA and USSR. An ideological war between capitalism and socialism began. Proxy wars. Okay. See, decolonization accelerated in Asia, Africa. Most of countries decolonized, liberated. Division of Germany, East Germany and West Germany. Okay. These are some immediate outcomes of this, essential outcomes of this World War II. So focus on the causes and consequences. Use the mnemonics. So world history, you know, cakewalk for you. All the best. Follow me. If you want any kind of guidance, please inform me. That's it. Thank you.
Gallant IAS, chasing your passion to ace.